Welcome to the Temporal Protection Agency. Under normal circumstances, TPA agents patrol the past to monitor and report any temporal anomalies that might occur. Unfortunately, these are not normal circumstances. No one knows what created it, but the appearance of the rift has thrown all of history into chaos. It's not very big at the moment, but it's expanding, and if it continues, it will eventually open completely, destroying all of space and time. Pairs of TPA agents are being dispatched throughout time, in an attempt to close the rift and restore history. Each agent has a unique set of skills that can help in their mission. The leader knows how to take command of any situation, and this allows them to perform actions, not only in the era that they currently occupy, but the era that their partner is located in as well. The Scouts' proficiency in exploration allows them to better maintain their temporal cohesion while moving through the timeline. The physicists' knowledge of temporal transportation makes them able to more safely acquire the devices needed to complete this mission. The historians' familiarity with historical details lets them more easily locate specific eras and access them chronologically. The engineer is well suited for dealing with annoying broken devices. Eras in the timeline are identified by their chronological position relative to the temporal era, which began with the invention of time travel. As a TPA agent, you are able to move through time and travel to these different eras of history, but the rift has made time travel much more dangerous. Every action you take breaks down your temporal cohesion, putting your existence at risk. Even simply moving along the timeline will cost you temporal cohesion, and without it, you will cease to have ever existed. Interference from the rift also prevents the automatic tracking system from being able to access eras chronologically. As a result, eras may appear in the timeline in a completely different order than they actually occurred, potentially hindering your mission even further. As the rift expands, it allows things to slip through from one era to another, causing people and events to exist in times and places where they don't belong. Such anachronisms may seem like nothing more than minor inconveniences, but each one weakens the stability of the timeline, and in sufficient numbers, they could possibly even pose a threat as great as the rift itself. Removing these anachronisms is the key to closing the rift, but be careful. If you fail, it will only make your job more difficult, and possibly even cause the rift to expand. Sometimes there is an anachronism that causes something impossible to occur. These paradoxes break down order, rearrange time and can even rewrite every aspect of existence. Each paradox brings the universe one step closer to disaster. Other than closing the rift, there is no way to prevent paradoxes. All you can do is try to be prepared, and if one happens, cope with it as best you can. You and your partner have been given a shared inventory of devices that can be used to assist you in completing your objective. Each device has a specific effect that is applied when attempting to remove an anachronism, but to avoid risking further contamination of the timeline, devices automatically return to TPA headquarters after use. You may requisition additional devices, but keep in mind that doing so will cost you temporal cohesion. You also have limited space available in your inventory, so it is important that you manage it wisely. Unfortunately, because of the rift, some of your equipment may not arrive intact. Not only will these broken devices fail to function properly, but they may also have negative effects, so using them is not recommended. Even though broken devices don't take up space in your inventory, it is still recommended that you rid yourself of them at every opportunity, due to the risk that they could pose to your mission. For example, some agents have reported that broken devices are being drawn into anachronisms and activating automatically. If this occurs, it may be necessary to use additional devices to counter their effects. So far, none of the agents that have been sent on this mission have returned. We are confident, however, that you and your partner will be the ones who succeed. That you will be the agents who are finally able to close the rift and return the timeline to its proper order. Everyone at the Temporal Protection Agency is counting on you.